You sick of watching Batman videos? I don't want to tell you what happened to the last guy who got tired of watching Batman videos. Stuff that you only see when watching the trailer a bajillion times, which is also the net worth of Mr. Bruce Wayne. What I'm going to be doing here for you guys is uncovering the recently discovered masked person in the Batman trailer that no one seems to be talking about. Seriously, if you found someone else talking about this in a video, let me know down below because I couldn't find one. But also, if you haven't, make sure you check out all the other Batman videos I got on the channel. We got some theory videos, we got some trailer breakdowns, even a full hour-long discussion of Batman fans just talking about this dang trailer. Alright, so I'm going to start off with just playing you the part of the trailer that has this masked person. I'm going to play it normally, then I'm going to slow it down a little more. Also, shout out to Joe Herrera for helping me find this. He's the Batman fan that saw this trailer over and over and was able to catch this. Knowing the scene in question, it looks to be Batman escaping from the police station that he was at early on in the trailer. Something I didn't mention in previous videos that now after watching the trailer a bunch of times you notice is that Batman is in handcuffs at this police station. He's got his hands behind his back and he's still wanting to fight off the police officers. I'm going to be very curious to see how the Gotham PD managed to handcuff the Batman, or if this is all just part of his plan to get inside the police station to uncover some evidence. Because either way, we see the Batman here grapple gunning, escaping the building, and if you pause it just at the right moment, over here on the right hand corner, you find an individual that looks to clearly be having some sort of mask in front of them. If not, that is a gaping hairline that you need to talk to your barber about, man. Staring at this individual, that mask heavily resembles one of the members of the Court of Owls. And you know what? I was at the point where I didn't think at all the Court of Owls would be showing up in this Batman trilogy. I just thought maybe they were too new or a little obscure for general audiences to know. But now there are so many undeniable details and clues of the Court of Owls in this Batman movie that you're kind of being a bad Batman if you don't pay attention to these. Not only did it start off with people noticing that the Batman costume was kind of similar to a main villain in the Court of Owls, Talon, with those side pieces that he has on his arms. Those just clearly seem to be taking inspiration from that costume. And then you had the bombshell that all Batman fans were talking about once the trailer was released, an owl on the card that the Riddler leaves behind at the crime scene. And not just any owl, an owl that heavily resembled the mask of the members of the Court of Owls. There's even fans believing that this scene right here where Batman is fighting Selina Kyle in the background of what seemed to be this mansion could very likely be Catwoman and Batman returning to the scene of the politician who was killed in the beginning of the Batman trailer. In the background, there's a white mask just sitting on his shelf. That could just be a regular old opera mask, but still a white mask. In the Batman mythos, it's no longer just an opera mask. For those of you who don't know, the Court of Owls are a relatively new Batman villain set up in the universe in the comics. They're the secret society of people, of elites who work in the background, kind of like the Illuminati for Gotham. They've been working in the shadows and pulling the strings on a lot of things that happen in Gotham and really leading to a lot of corruption in the city. And with Matt Reeves talking all about how the main theme of this new Batman movie is corruption in Gotham, it's an even bigger excuse to throw in the Court of Owls in this Batman movie. Fans have even started digging in deeper here and taking this line of the Riddler talking to Bruce Wayne, telling him that he's a part of this too.
You're a part of this too. How am I part of it? You'll see.
Making us all believe that the Wayne family is most likely not going to be as crystal clean as we know them to be in other incarnations. Now I'm starting to think, if we got a person in the Court of Owls mask and Court of Owls clues all over this trailer, I'm thinking the Waynes started the Court of Owls. That right there just gives me the goosebumps of what could be thrown down in this Batman movie, how rich the lore is, and how guilty Batman will feel that his family is sort of responsible for the corruption going on in Gotham. But that also begs the question, does that mean the Riddler is part of the Court of Owls? Are the other villains that we see in this Batman trailer also secretly working for the Owls? We had Penguin show up there, very unrecognizable Colin Farrell. It could be that the Court of Owls know Batman is a threat to their corruption and everything that that they're doing in Gotham, that they are the ones who hire all these villains, give them their startup, give them their powers to go after the Batman. The Court of Owls could sort of be the Oscorp for the Batman. If you remember in The Amazing Spider-Man, basically all the villains from that movie came from Oscorp. But I just keep playing the scene on repeat, man, because I don't know if that really is a person in a Court of Owls mask or it's just a regular individual. Like I said, that hairline is kind of what's giving it away for me. Like, I just don't know somebody with that big of a hairline. Also, the fact that this is a police station and all the characters that we've seen in this quick shots are wearing police uniforms, except this one individual in a very sleek, tight black suit. I would love it if in the Batman movie we just got constant hidden shots of these guys in owl masks looking at Batman, stalking him in the same way you can see Jake Gyllenhaal in other scenes of Spider-Man Far From Home, watching Spider-Man from a distance, the Riddlers we've ever seen on screen. My best guess is the Court of Owls could be sort of like the new League of Shadows for this universe, which is making me think why Batman's costume resembles one of the assassins for the Court of Owls, Talos, is it could be Batman was probably trained by them, is aware of them, but had no idea they were a part of Gotham. This would also make fighting members of the Court of Owls so difficult because he was trained by them. We'll just have to wait and see how the rest of the villains in the Batman are even going to come into play, because it's getting really overcrowded. But I think that's the point Matt Reeves is trying to make, is that this is a complete Batman universe with a bunch of villains everywhere. We're still waiting on the Mad Hatter, because he's said to be in the movie. Firefly is also supposed to be in there. You know we're probably going to get some surprises. If the Court of Owls are also in there, man, I just don't know how they're going to do it. But the thing I would love even more to happen in this Batman movie is once they introduce the Joker, it would be so funny if Batman is having the hardest time to take down the Court of Owls and the Joker just ruins all their master plans in one quick swoop. But you guys look at this new mystery individual in the Batman trailer. Do you think it's actually somebody wearing a Court of Owls mask? Are you going to be ignoring all the clues, or do you think the Court of Owls are just officially in this movie? One of the cool things I'm learning now that I'm doing more research on this section of the Batman mythos is they're called the Court of Owls because the owls are the main predator of a bat. Yo, this movie's gonna be poetic. And to get everything, you guys go ahead and leave your thoughts down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.